have your attention, please? Good morning. Ladies and gentlemen of the audience, would you please clear the aisles and take your seats? The ceremony is about to begin.
Will the audience please be seated? The 179th Green Mountain College commencement ceremonies for 2016 are officially open.
I've got some help. Yes, I believe the graduates can sit. Yes. And if Salima, Sharif, and Serafina would join me up here, that would be great. In the midst of the joy and celebration of this graduation day, we all know there is still important work to be done in creating a peaceful, sustainable world. The times in which we are living are troubling. There is deep mistrust and hostility between people of different races, religions, and political perspectives. These feelings all too easily erupt into physical violence and hateful speech. We are forgetting how to listen. We are forgetting how to productively disagree and how to articulate our own thoughts and beliefs while still maintaining respect for one another. As you who are graduating go out into the world from this place that has been home to you, our prayer is that you will help us all remember that we are in this together. Will you do what you can to remind this world that we need to stand together? We are sisters and brothers, children of the one Spirit who breathes life into every living being. The 6 tribes of the Iroquois Confederacy open every meeting with their Thanksgiving address. The address is an ancient message of peace and appreciation of Mother Earth and all her inhabitants. According to Native American tradition, people everywhere are embraced as family. Human diversity, like all wonders of nature, is seen as a gift by which we are all blessed and for which we are meant to be thankful. I would like to begin our invocation with a small portion of this address, which will then be followed by our graduating seniors Salima Mahamudu, Serafina Malin-Brayman, and Sharif Tarver, and they're offering a prayer that was co-authored by Muslim, Jewish, and Christian clergy during the 1991 Gulf War. This prayer was widely used after 9/11 to express mutual respect and unity between religions. So today we offer this invocation with earnest hope that together we might create a peace that embraces the entire world by awakening every human heart to its core purpose, which is love. And now for a small portion of this address. Today we have gathered and we see that the cycles of life continue. We have been given the duty and responsibility to live in balance and harmony with each other and all living things. We turn our thoughts to the Creator and send our greetings and our thanks for the gifts of creation. Everything we need to live a good life is here on this Mother Earth. For all the love that is around us, we gather our minds together as one and send our choicest words of greeting and thanks to the Creator. And now our minds are one.
Let us join our hearts and minds together in prayer. Eternal God, creator of the universe, there is no God but you. Great and wonderful are your works, wondrous are your ways. Thank you for the many splendid variety of your creation. Thank you for the many ways we affirm your presence and purpose, and the freedom to do so.
Forgive our violation of your creation. Forgive our violence towards each other. We stand in awe and gratitude for our persistent love, for each and all of your children, Christian, Jew, Muslim, as well as those with other faiths.
Grant to all and to our leaders attributes of the strong, mutual respect in words and deed, restraint in the exercise of power, and the will for peace with justice for all.
and now our minds are one.
Honored guest, Dr. John Holdren, faculty, staff, parents, family and friends, and most importantly, the graduate and undergraduate members of the class of 2016. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, it is my distinct honor and pleasure to welcome you to this joyous occasion to celebrate your accomplishment in earning the universal recognition for your academic achievement. Green Mountain College is in another transition along with your graduation. Our beloved president for the past 8 years, Paul Fontaine, and is moving on, accompanied by his wife, Marcia, to retirement. And if I know Paul, it will be to new opportunities to advance the cause of a healthy, just, and sustainable society for all current and future generations. So where do we go from here? How do we advance the legacy that Paul Fontaine, and equally important, you, the class of 2016, are leaving behind? The future of Green Mountain College is bright because we have a clear mission and a vibrant vision, not only of the future of the college, but a vision of a thriving future for our nation and indeed the world. That's what sets us apart. And we are recognized nationally for our mission and vision. We are listed as number 2 in the Princeton Review of the greenest colleges in the United States. Year after year, the Sierra Club, thank you, give yourself a hand. Year after year, the Sierra Club lists Green Mountain College among the top 10 coolest schools, and we were the second college in the United States to neutralize our global warming emissions in 2011, the second in the United States. There's something else that is important for me to share with you. I am also pleased to report that under President Fontaine's leadership, Green Mountain College has received full accreditation for the next decade, an important milestone in recognizing the quality of the college and allowing us to continue our mission of education, research, and service. That is the longest time that you can receive accreditation. It's outstanding, so thank you, Paul. But it's not the administration, faculty, and staff alone that bring this recognition to our school. You, the class of 2016, have done so much to move Green Mountain College forward with your impressive scholarship, your idealism, your caring and commitment to the college, Poultney, and the larger community, and by holding the college up to the standards that are embodied in our mission. You are an inspiration to all of us. As you graduate today, I encourage you to never lose touch with Green Mountain College and with the friends, memories, and others that you have made here. They will undoubtedly become some of the longest and strongest relationships of your lives. I can attest to that for myself. While each of you have many reasons to be proud of your accomplishments, it is fair to say that you couldn't have done this without the help of others. So I have 3 requests of the members of the class of 2016. First, would you please stand and face your families and give them a big round of applause for all the help that they have given you throughout your lives, and especially during your time here. Please remain standing. Second, I'd like you to, just a couple of minutes more, I'd like you to give another round of applause to the faculty and staff for their inspiration, mentorship, and assistance in helping you reach this unique rite of passage. And now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce Paul Fontaine, our passionate leader whose inspirational commitment to and caring for all of you is not only a lasting legacy for Green Mountain College, but a model for all of higher education. Dr. Fontaine.
Well, you can all sit down. All right. Good morning, everyone. Once again, welcome to the 179th commencement of Green Mountain College. In the words of Vermont's currently most nationally recognized senator, it's going to be huge, all right? It is the largest in the college's history. It marks the 10th year of GMC's master's degree programs, with 30 graduates here today and another 18 who could not be with us. We have parents from across the globe attending today. I can't help to think the students graduating next year with similar backgrounds with those graduating today will be able to attend if the U.S. starts building walls and some of the proposed immigration policies are put in place to prevent folks from different religions from coming to the U.S. Being the son of immigrants from a country that was occupied by the Germans in World War II and World War I, the grandfather of a grandchild whose mother is Chilean and whose brother-in-law is a Mexican-American, it makes me and my family a little apprehensive. Might not be here. The parents in attendance today are coming from Western Europe and the African continent. Friends are coming from Brazil. We have perhaps the largest contingent of parents and friends ever from Philadelphia. They came in busloads. Heck, even my eldest sister came from New Jersey, and my brother and sister-in-law from California. My brother's very easy to recognize. He's a person that always says very cheerfully, "Hi, I'm Frank Fontaine. I'm the good-looking brother," which, you know, really isn't all that much to brag about. Following up on Chair Cortese's comments, I'd like to spend a couple of moments recognizing two longtime members of the GMC community, both of them who are retiring this year. First, Dr. Tom Williams. Tom came to GMC 21 years ago from St. Andrews College in North Carolina. An historian, Tom has held numerous positions over that time that he has been here. He has been program chair of history since 2008 and was chair and vice chair of the Faculty Council Executive Board. He taught 34 different courses at GMC and created 18 of those. Tom is a staunch defender of the liberal arts and has brought history alive to so many students. Please join me in recognizing Tom. Staff member Trevor Hughes is right over there. Now, Trevor joined GMC 28 years ago, first in campus security and then as a groundskeeper. No matter how severe the weather conditions, Trevor was working before the sun came up to make sure everyone could pass safely from one building to another. Always in good cheer, except when the Yankees were losing. When on a rare occasion the Yankees beat the Red Sox, very rare, he was the first one to greet me in the morning. You know, I haven't seen Trevor much this spring season. Please join me in giving Trevor a round of applause. About 1 month before every graduation, I start thinking about the remarks I will be giving at the event. Although all commencements follow the same basic format, each graduating class is different because each is informed by the events that occurred over the 4 years and by the individuals in that class. So what are some of the major events that occurred the year you started? 2012 was 1 year after the beginning of the civil war in Syria. At that time, there were only 250,000 refugees, only. Today, 2016, it's 4.1 million. Hurricane Sandy hit in October 12th, sparing Vermont for the most part, but causing devastating damage to New Jersey and New York and surrounding areas, areas that from which many of you live. And of course, there was this tragedy of Sandy Hook, which took the lives of 20 innocent children. Of course, there were wonderful things as well. President Obama, after a sane contest between two worthy and highly qualified candidates, was reelected. Don't we wish for the good old days? Before we had a newly diagnosed problem that is ravaging our nation, one of great concern for both men and women, electoral dysfunction. You have to think about that for a while. There's no pill for it. One of my favorite memories of my time at GMC was being on campus when President Obama was elected for the first time. There was excitement in the air. We were witnessing what many of us never thought we would experience, the election of a black president. This was the culmination of years and years of civil rights efforts. It was an affirmation that accomplishments like this can occur if we have hope, and very importantly, that each and every one of us takes action. I experienced that euphoria again the second year the president was elected. Jay-Z, I'm sure most of you didn't even think I knew who Jay-Z was, summed it best after the election in 2008 in his song, My Black President. Rosa Parks sat so Martin Luther could walk. Martin Luther walked so Barack Obama could run. And Barack Obama ran so all, and I repeat, all the children could fly. While all these events and many more were going on, you were steadfastly pursuing your degrees, not wavering, not giving up, just moving forward, with the wind in your face for the most part, not at your back. You truly are a remarkable class. Yours is the first class with 2 Udall awardees, the highest award the nation has for an undergraduate can achieve in environmental leadership. Many of you are going on to top-flight graduate schools like Harvard, London School of Economics. Others have already been hired by blue-chip companies, such as General Electric. And others have been hired by school districts to teach and instill within school districts the importance of diversity. As importantly, what I remember most about you as a class is that you were one of the most caring I've ever experienced. You participated in renovating homes of the poor in Kentucky. You prepared meals for those recently released from prison. Members of the class started the Thanks and Giving activity, a day of community service for the people of Poultney. You spoke against discrimination, both racial and sexual. And you offered to support to other students when they or their families or their countries suffered tragedies like the bombing in Brussels. Your loved ones should be proud of you, proud of your prudence and your persistence, what some refer to as grit, that you have demonstrated over the 4 years. You know, you're going to have that grit and courage to face the challenges of the future. You're going to and you must stand up against any politician who makes such ridiculous and horrific statements as those made by Donald Trump. It's freezing and snowing in New York. We need global warming. Referring to Mexicans living in the U.S., they're rapists. Some, I assume, are good people. And we must close the borders to Muslims. Just think for a moment how enriched you were by having such wonderful classmates as Salima, a Muslim from Niger, or Assad, the Afghan who was student body president 2 years ago, who came from the caves, driven there to the caves by the Taliban, and whose one goal was to build libraries for his school. Or Luz Guel, who graduated last year, whose parents are farm workers in Arizona. As Gandhi says, silence becomes cowardice when occasion demands speaking out the whole truth, and act accordingly. It's a goal. It's a desire. We cannot allow this to persist. In closing, I'd like to leave you with just two thoughts. First, at your age, you think you have time. But as pointed out in a quote attributed to Buddha, you're wrong. I quote, "The trouble is, you think you have time." Let me give you an example I have never shared in a speech. But since this is my last graduation, I can do this. I graduated in June 1968. That was 4 months after Tet Offensive had occurred, and I was drafted. And instead of going to UC Davis for graduate school, I went to Fort Ord for basic training. A mere 15 months later, I was injured. I fractured my neck in a parachute accident, and I was paralyzed from the neck down. I could not move one appendage, and I spent the next 14 months in the hospital. I thought I had all the time in the world. The world was my oyster. In less than 3 minutes, it all changed in the snap of a neck. The accident, however, was probably one of the best things that ever happened to me. I met my wife, Marcia, who was an Army nurse finishing out her term at Walter Reed after spending her term in Vietnam. And very importantly, I realized no one has the time they think they do. I was extremely thankful to have a second chance to make more of my life. A second thought: work hard, but take time to enjoy the simple things in life. The singer Warren Zevon stated shortly before he died of lung cancer when he was asked, "What would you advise people?" And his answer was simple: enjoy every sandwich. Class of 2016, thank you so much for attending GMC. You have left the college a better place than it was when you arrived. It's been an honor and a distinct privilege for the faculty, staff, and administration who have spent the last 4 years with you. I wish you Godspeed in your careers, and as Robert Frost wrote in his poem, Two Tramps in Mud Season, may you unite your avocation with your vocation. Congratulations.
earth or grove and granite, light that moves at speed of grace. Trace the heartbeat of our planet through our heartland, this green place. Will you meet me at Green Mountain? Walk in hope, sustain the climb. Kindle light in deep communion, share the struggles of our times. Whose we are, to grove and granite, light that moves at speed of grace. Trace the heartbeat of our planet through our heartland, this green place.
Dr. Anthony Cortese, would you please escort our honored guest, John Holdren, to the podium? How y'all doing? Good. Just checking.
Mr. President, it is my honor to present to you as candidate for the honorary degree, Doctor of Science, John P. Holdren.
Dr. Holdren, your long career as a scientist, policymaker, and advocate was rewarded in 2009 with your appointment as the Senate-confirmed Director of the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy. It's the highest position you can have in the United States of that position. As the Chief Science, well, I think that deserves it. As the Chief Advisor to President Obama, you have been instrumental in forging the President's Climate Action Plan, which was developed to cut domestic carbon pollution, prepare our country for climate change impacts, and lead international efforts to address global climate change. You were born in Pennsylvania and grew up in San Mateo, California, and studied aerospace engineering and plasma physics, earning a bachelor's degree from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology and a PhD from Stanford University. You taught at Harvard for 13 years, leading interdisciplinary programs focused on energy technology and policy, global environmental change, and science and technology policy. You taught at the University of California at Berkeley for more than 2 decades, co-founding and co-leading the interdisciplinary graduate degree program in energy and resources. Before your appointment to the Obama administration, you served as the Teresa and John Hines Professor of Environmental Policy and Director of the Program of Science, Technology, and Public Policy at Harvard's Kennedy School of Government. Throughout your career, your work has engaged a wide range of key science and policy questions that define our times. You have played and continue to play an indispensable role in interpreting for us the science behind global warming, the likely impacts of climate change, and the need for resilience and courage. Courage to take the steps we must take as individuals and as society to ensure an inhabitable world for future generations. Part of this role has been patiently dispelling the mythology of climate change denial while energetically embracing human and technological solutions to decarbonize our economies. Dr. John P. Holdren, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Green Mountain College to confer upon you the Doctor of Laws on honoris causa with all the rights, honors, privileges appertaining thereto, and cause the hood of Green Mountain to be placed on your shoulders, and ask that your name be placed in the list of honorary alumni of the college. It is my pleasure to introduce to you now, he's already a doctorate, so we'll call him Dr. John P. Holdren, who will now present the commencement speech. Dr. Holdren.
I've got my speech on an iPad since I wrote it on the way here. President Fontaine, trustees, graduates, family, friends, faculty, it really is an enormous privilege and an honor for me to receive an honorary degree from this great college and as well to help celebrate the new graduates of this amazing place. And how really amazing Green Mountain College is. Older than MIT, older than Stanford, older than UC Berkeley, Green Mountain has been a pioneer in emphasizing strong student-teacher relationships, facilitated by a low student-to-faculty ratio, hands-on experiential learning, and in its integrative, interdisciplinary core requirements, linking liberal arts with a focus on the environment. That shared focus on environment and sustainability across majors from art and history to biology and renewable energy to business and hospitality management has made this place green in far more than name. As the chair of the Board of Trustees, Tony Cortese, has already pointed out, in 2010, GMC nabbed the #1 ranking on Sierra Magazine's Cool Schools list. In 2011, the college became the nation's first climate-neutral campus through a combination of clean energy, energy efficiency, and local carbon offsets. In 2014, it received a gold rating from the Association for the Advancement of Sustainability in Higher Education. And in 2015, it was ranked the #2 green school in the nation by the Princeton Review. It is these special characteristics of this place that make it such a particular privilege for me to be with you this morning in both my personal and official capacities, to honor not just the new graduates, but the college itself, to honor all of you and your achievements and the college's achievements in interdisciplinary higher education that places the great challenge of environmental sustainability where it belongs as part of every major and every future career. This is personal for me because I've spent so much of my own career working to advance interdisciplinary teaching, learning, research, and practice focused on the great challenges of the human condition: population, resources, environment, public health, development, and international peace and security. 2 books that I read in high school in the late 1950s, I know that dates me. One of them entitled The Two Cultures by the British mathematician and philosopher C.P. Snow, and the other The Challenge of Man's Future by the American geochemist and international scientific statesman Harrison Brown. Those 2 books convinced me that all of these great societal challenges are interconnected, that none will be solved unless all are solved, and that the solutions will require integrating understandings and approaches from the humanities and social sciences, as well as from the natural sciences and engineering. The need for integration does not mean, of course, that we don't need people who specialize in individual disciplines. The world needs more good biologists, chemists, engineers, economists, sociologists, historians, journalists, among many other disciplines. But it also needs people who specialize in being interdisciplinary, specialize in putting the pieces together, a specialization no less demanding of rigor and no less worthy of respect than physics or economics. That is the path I decided to pursue, and it's a path I commend to any of you who are so inclined, even as I commend pursuit of more discipline-focused careers to those inclined in that direction. You need to do what you love. But first, having dwelt briefly on why my speaking here this morning is particularly personal for me, I want to tell you why it is also official in my capacity as President Obama's Science and Technology Advisor. It's official because Green Mountain College is a splendid example of the effective embodiment in higher education of 3 of the highest priorities of the Obama administration: And that means that my speaking here provides an opportunity to underscore the President's and my agreement and support for what this college is doing and what it stands for. I'm here, in other words, because my boss thinks it's a good idea for his deputies to get out of Washington from time to time to visit places where what the administration has been advocating is actually working. The first of the administration's priorities for which this college is an exemplar is lifting the nation's game in education from preschool to grad school, as the president sometimes says, by relying less on lectures and more on active learning through student-led inquiry, group problem solving, and hands-on testing of ideas and methods in the context of real-world issues that capture the students' interests. These are the hallmarks of the Obama administration's strategy for keeping students excited about learning, helping them learn more faster, keeping more of them in school, and better preparing them for productive careers in the real world. And these are precisely the characteristics of teaching and learning that Green Mountain College has been demonstrating with such signal success for so long. The second Obama priority that Green Mountain College embodies in action is the promotion of partnerships across academia, business, government, and civil society to address societal needs that no single sector can successfully tackle alone. For example, the creation of opportunity for the underprivileged and underserved, the development and propagation of advances in healthcare to deliver better outcomes for more people at lower costs, the deployment and creative use of modern information technology in education and workforce training, and innovation that allows the elderly to live more productive and satisfying lives. I have to say I'm particularly interested in that last one. The president has often said that these kinds of needs require, quote, all hands on deck. And it is just that sort of commitment to partnerships in service to society that animates programs and projects at Green Mountain, engaging students and faculty with real needs in the community, the region, and the nation. One has only to look on the Green Mountain College website at the list of projects that GMC students have completed in the college's capstone course, A Delicate Balance. You look at that list and you understand how this really works in practice. The third priority and focus of both the Obama administration and Green Mountain College that I want to talk about this morning is, of course, the great challenges of environment and sustainability that infuse so much of this college's teaching and service and that have claimed so much of the attention of my boss and so many of those who work for him. And to start on this topic, let me just say flatly that I believe that President Obama is the most environment-savvy, sustainability-focused president in the history of this country. He gets the importance of clean air and clean water. He gets how clean and efficient energy relates to these. He gets wilderness and biodiversity. He gets the importance of the plight of the oceans. And he gets what sustainability will really require. And he gets how climate change is linked with every one of these issues. He has put the talents and resources of the federal government to work to address these issues in a multiplicity of visionary ways. Some examples. Already in 2009, in his first year in office, he issued an executive order requiring every federal agency and department to prepare a sustainability implementation plan, to submit it for evaluation to his Council on Environmental Quality, the CEQ, and to update it every year, and that has happened. His EPA has issued light-duty vehicle combined fuel economy and greenhouse gas emission standards that will double average new vehicle fuel economy and cut their emissions in half over the 15 years from 2010 to 2025. His Department of Energy has issued a raft of building and appliance energy efficiency standards that are cost-effectively shrinking the energy and carbon footprints of U.S. homes and businesses and will continue to do so for decades. He has set aside more land and water as wilderness and national parks and monuments than any president in history. He has established the first ever national ocean policy and empaneled the Interagency National Ocean Council to implement it. I co-chair that council with the head of the Council on Environmental Quality. He has established the Interagency Arctic Executive Steering Committee, of which I am the chair and the immediate past U.S. ambassador to Sweden is the executive director, to coordinate policies and priorities across the 25 federal departments and agencies with Arctic responsibilities. A central theme of that interagency effort is understanding and coping with the consequences that global climate change is having in the Arctic, as well as the influence that the Arctic is having on climate change across the rest of the world. And as most of you know well, the focus on climate change in the Arctic is just one of the facets of the President's crowning environmental achievement, his three-pillar climate action plan launched in June 2013. Under that plan, the country is on track to meet the President's greenhouse gas emission reduction goals for 2020 and 2025. Multiple public, private, civil society, academic partnerships are boosting preparedness and resilience against the changes in climate that can no longer be prevented. And U.S. leadership is bringing together and has brought together other countries in both emissions reductions and resilience building, a process that has met with a gratifying, even if still insufficient, degree of success in Paris last December. I want to say a few words about the role of insights from climate science in shaping the President's climate action plan, because this has been an administration in which, as the President often has said, science and facts have guided policy, and also because helping ensure that that happens has been my most important responsibility as President Obama's science advisor. The science of climate change is based, first, on the fundamental physics and chemistry of the atmosphere and the oceans, the physics of ice, and the biochemistry of living things. Second, on millions of measurements over many decades by tens of thousands of scientists in thousands of locations across the globe. Third, based on the study of Earth's climate over the millennia, as recorded in ice cores, coral reefs, sediments, and tree rings. Fourth, on computer modeling of steadily increasing sophistication and reliability to pull together all these other threads. And this immense body of science has established 6 key understandings beyond any reasonable doubt. The first of these is that Earth's climate is changing in a pattern not explainable by natural influences, a pace and a pattern inconsistent with natural influences alone. The second key understanding is that the dominant cause of the changes that we are observing is an increase in the atmospheric concentrations of carbon dioxide and other heat-trapping gases caused primarily by the burning of fossil fuels and by land use change. The third understanding, these changes are already causing harm to life, to health, to property, to ecosystems, with more heat waves, more downpours, more droughts and wildfires, more of the most powerful storms, and major impacts on ecosystem dynamics. The fourth understanding, that harm will continue to grow for decades, no matter what we do, because of the momentum in the climate system and the inertia in Earth's energy system, society's energy system, 80% of which still comes from fossil fuels. But fifth, and this is key, the projected harm, the harm we must expect to deal with, will be far smaller if we take early, strong, effective, evasive action than if we do not. And the sixth understanding is that the distribution of the offending emissions across the nations of the world means that just about everybody must participate in that evasive action. These are the understandings that shaped President Obama's climate action plan. They provided the motivation for seeking to develop a cost-effective plan to reduce those impacts. They provided the sense of urgency for doing it at once rather than waiting. They provided the understanding that such a plan must include not only measures to reduce the emissions that are driving global climate change, but also measures to increase preparedness for and resilience against the changes in climate change that cannot be prevented. It provided the detailed knowledge of the sources of the offending emissions that are influencing the global climate so that we understand what must be done to reduce them. And it provided the recognition that any United States plan would need to include a component designed to bring other countries along. Today, nearly 3 years after the President announced this plan in June of 2013, there have been important advances on each one of these 3 pillars: reducing domestic emissions, building preparedness and resilience, and working with other countries to get them to do the same. Notably, public opinion is shifting toward the need for additional action. The private sector is stepping up, with many important corporations taking action, as well as calling for more action from government. The costs of wind and solar are plummeting. The energy efficiency of buildings is soaring. Hybrid and electric cars are improving. And perhaps most important of all, the Paris Conference of the Parties to the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change in December produced an unprecedented agreement in which 196 nations committed to intended nationally determined contributions for emissions reductions out to 2025 or 2030. The U.S. commitment is 26 to 28% below 2005 levels by 2025. The agreement included accounting and reporting provisions that were made legally binding. It included the requirement that all countries will revisit their commitments at 5-year intervals to increase ambition, and it included assurance that mitigation and adaptation assistance to countries in need will reach $100 billion a year by 2020 and will continue at that or a higher level for at least 5 years thereafter. Of course, there is much more to do, from the domain of global climate change policy to implementing sustainability and resilience at the community level, to using language and the arts to inspire and engage. I guess my generation felt we needed to leave something for your generation to do. And with the training and experience that the new graduates of Green Mountain College have received here, I am confident that you will do what is required. So let me close by offering my congratulations to the graduates, their teachers, and their families, perhaps most of all to the families who have supported the graduates and have suffered with them through the trials of completing a degree, and who are surely ready to see the graduates start making a living as well as making a difference. Congratulations and thank you.
I would like to ask that the senior class speakers, Serafina Mallon-Bryman and Corey Fletcher, come up to the podium. I want to keep eyes on both of you. I'm thrilled you're doing this. Corey, have fun. I'm thrilled you're doing this.
Let me put this.
Oh my God. Ready? Yeah.
Congratulations, friends.
It was a delicate balance, but we did it. Today marks a celebration of freedom, symbolizing an end as well as a beginning. From staying in the 2 Editors Inn and taking your first campus tour to experiencing your first nights in the dorm, you made the decision to journey here, to step into the unknown and begin setting roots in Poultney. This decision led you to a new community, to a conglomerate of people and places who have helped to unfold and shape your identity. Together, we've explored Vermont, Main Street, campus, the river. We've shared experiences that have brought joy, despair, love, confusion, but mostly growth. We have grown together. Look around you, seriously. We created this community. We've been invited to dinner in our professors' homes and have babysat their children. We've been there when Laird Christensen and Sarah Middlefelt have played music at taps, for Gordon and Knight lecturing while standing on top of his desk, and for Mark and Eleanor's annual herd of new baby goats on campus every spring. We've been there for each other's speeches, sports games, performances, presentations. We've woken up every morning for the promise of Ed's omelets. We've opened our emails during snowstorms to realize, no, class hasn't been canceled because our professor rode their horse into campus that day. These are unique relationships.
Together, we've made it through these experiences. But most importantly, we've made it through one of the biggest transitions of our lives. We went from being teenagers, ready for the wild college life, to becoming young adults, looking to be change makers. Our passions developed in the classroom. However, our classes went beyond content and methodology. Sometimes we learn most from the challenges and the hardships, the self-reflective and the thought-provoking discussions that led to the feeling of separation or unity. The realization of the different worlds that our peers come from has contributed to our development as human beings. These experiences have helped us envision the issues we want to focus our intentions on for the next few years. Through this journey, we, the students, faculty, and staff of Green Mountain College have produced a greater accomplishment than becoming graduates. We have created a culture that expects its members to be moral, active, and reflective. People with the knowledge, skills, and commitment needed to make a just and democratic community. We have created global citizens. So here we are.
We've experienced immense privilege. We've been taught to think critically and promote ourselves with confidence. We've been coached, flattered, tutored, encouraged, listened to, and congratulated. We are the lucky ones. But we have not become fully successful yet, because we have a responsibility to use those experiences, to go out and encourage those who are not as lucky. We are graduating into a world that is changing rapidly, and here we are, the ones who get to inspire and direct that global movement. So now we face one of the most challenging transitions yet, a shift that determines where we go next and the ease we carry in facing that new reality. This is the time we test our own strengths and our abilities to help motivate one another to move forward as well. Because our intention is to make a difference. Our intention is to live together and thrive. We will not allow ourselves to become separated, to be seen only as the profession we're pursuing, the gender bestowed to us at birth, or the race and identity our culture constructed for us. We will stand together as a college, a campus, and a community. Because as Bernie Sanders says, when we stand together and demand that this country works for all of us, rather than the few, and when we remember that a small group of thoughtful, committed people can change the world, we will transform our environment,
our education system,
our privilege, and create an entirely new understanding of sustainability.
We'll be leaving this green place within a few hours. We'll be leaving with 4 years of friendships, 4 years of memories, and a lifetime of support. And that is an accomplishment only a small school like Green Mountain College can offer. Before we go, we would like to sing part of a song that reminds us of the GMC community and gives us strength to the challenges ahead. Please join us if you can.
You might as well stand up,
Yeah,
too.
y'all might as well, yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. I just call on your brother to give me the hand. We all need somebody to lean on.
You just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Thank you. Congratulations to the class of 2016. We made it.
Gather in the glade where the emeralds stream in the evening shade and meditate on the works He's made, great God, our sovereign Lord. Join us now, the meadow is green and the water's pure and the woods serene and the flowing air is fresh and clean where God His blessings poured. Feel the wind come down, feel the whistle as it goes, hear the whistle as it goes, a blessing from above. And the sun comes up, and the sun goes down, and the sun goes down, in witness to His love. Hear now, ye sons of men, for danger lurks in this great garden. The Lord will visit once again to see what we have done. As God is the shepherd and we are the sheep, we our Mother Earth must keep, maintain the air, protect the deep. At Judgment Day He'll come. See the Lord come down, see the Lord come down, hear Him whistle, see the Lord as He goes. Remember all His power. See the Lord come down, see the Lord come down, His face is shining bright. You will regret that hour. So now, my people, beware. You're in charge of the seas and the earth and the air. You'd better take extraordinary care of the earth, our only home. All glory be to God on high. Shout praises loudly to the sky. Listen to the earth and hear her cry. And in heaven forever roam.
Now I have to, I'm going to back up for a second. Obviously, music is extremely important to this campus, and Jim's just done a great job with the choir, but when you travel across this campus at night or early in the morning, there is always music coming out of students' rooms, playing piano in different areas. It embodies the campus of Green Mountain. And we have what we started last year is a tradition of highlighting the talent of individual students and their music ability. And with that, I'd like to introduce a talented young man who just received the Environmental Studies Outstanding Senior Award at our honors tea, Sky Baumgardner Sandoval. Sky is a person of many talents. He is quite an accomplished musician, as you will hear in just a moment. He's also a linguist with a fluency in Spanish and Japanese, and the only GM student ever to take and pass the intensive Japanese course at Nagoya University in Japan. This course is designed exclusively for Japanese language majors, and he did this with no prior Japanese training. He's actually kind of an amazing kid. He has the ability to approach environmental issues from multiple perspectives, such as science, policy, and culture. Not only does he play the piano, he plays the drums, as those who went to the concert last night could have heard. One can only guess the amazing things Sky will go on to do in his future. Sky, go ahead.
It is my honor and privilege to begin the conferral of Green Mountain College's Masters of Business Administration degrees. To all students who have met the degree requirements of this program, these students were hooded last evening at a special ceremony in their honor.
Will the candidates for the Masters of Business Administration degree rise in their places and remain standing? Dr. Moss-Pugh will present these candidates to the president of the college to receive their degrees.
Mr. President, the faculty and board of trustees of Green Mountain College have authorized you to confer the Masters of Business Administration degree upon the candidates who stand before you and upon others in absentia. I now present them to you.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and on the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer the Master of Business Administration degree upon you with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto.
Emily Jude Chumad. Anita Marie Eisenhower. Kathleen M. McCarthy. Keith Adam Roberts. Catherine Lorraine Rawson. Roy Serengo.
Will the candidates for the Masters of Science degrees rise in their places and remain standing? Dr. Moss-Pugh will present these candidates to the president of the college to receive their degree.
Mr. President, the faculty and board of trustees of Green Mountain College have authorized you to confer the Masters of Science degrees upon the candidates who stand before you and upon others in absentia. I now present them to you.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and on the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer the Master of Science degrees upon you with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
I always hope I get the order right. And this is right. Marjorie Rose Alexander. Sean Christopher Arnold. Christopher Michael Bednar. Colton Lonsford Cascone. Alana R. Dandino. Heather Louise DeLong. Diana Marie Dornellis. Kelly Harmon. David M. Jacobs. Kirill Leshner. Kimberly Beth Lull. Heather Joy Lynch. Aaron C. Meyer. Caitlin Grace Miller. Daryl J. Mosier. Carly A. Olson. Kelly White Patkus. Mark Adam Perlmutter. Catherine Ann Popetti. Megan Kingsbury Quinn. Mark A. Rayshart. Sarah Susan Smith. Melissa K. Solomon. Jillian Margaret Trunco. Aaron M. Willett. Each year, we are privileged to give special recognition to those members of the undergraduate graduating class who have academically excelled during their career at Green Mountain College. Your program contains a listing of those students who will be graduating with honors. In order to achieve the distinction indicated, a student must obtain a cumulative grade point average for each of the categories as follows: cum laude, 3.3 to 3.59. Magna cum laude, 3.6 to 3.79. Summa cum laude, 3.8 to 4.0. Each student who received this distinction is wearing a gold medallion around their neck. Cum laude, represented by a white ribbon, magna cum laude, represented by green, and summa, represented by a gold ribbon.
The candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree will rise in their places and remain standing. Dr. Moss Pugh will present the candidates to the president of the college to receive their degrees.
Mr. President, the faculty and board of trustees of Green Mountain College have authorized you to confer the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree upon the candidates who stand before you and upon others in absentia. I now present them to you.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and on the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree upon you with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Samuel Connor Cree. Hannah Gion Davis. Phoebe Alexandra Doan. Mariette William Frange.
So the night we first met, I couldn't take my eyes off you. Little did I know I would gain a best friend, a partner, and a soulmate. Don't cry. I knew right then and there that I found what I wanted, for sure. From a few minutes of talking, I knew it was going to be something great. Your ambition, your selflessness for your family, and the love that you have in your heart for your family made me love you even that much more. I thank God every day for allowing our lives to cross paths. Love is just a word. Love is just a word that not many people know. Just a word you come across, and then you come across people who will show you what it means. With you, you're showing me what it means because you showed me the happiness and everything that I ever wanted. And I can't be any more excited. Not just asking you to marry me, but to ask you, would you do me the honors of spending the rest of your life with me?
You know, he was a lot calmer in the office when he talked to us about it.
We did ask what the likely response would be. And it was, of course, we checked that. So. Whew, I'm worn out. I got to take a breather here. That was something. Sean Nevering Harriot. Oh, sorry, in absentia. My apology. I'm all rattled now. Take me a minute. Sorry, I gotta, All right, Elizabeth Ann Call. Jillian Marie Packard, cum laude. Catherine Grace Richardson, magna cum laude. Rebecca Leah Wolfgang, magna cum laude, college honors. I need to confer with my associate. Sarah Adding. And Caitlin Phillips.
the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree rise in their places and remain standing? Dr. Amos Pugh will present these candidates to the president of the college to receive their degrees.
Mr. President, the faculty and board of trustees of Green Mountain College have authorized you to confer the Bachelor of Arts degree upon the candidates who stand before you and upon others in absentia. I now present them to you.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer the Bachelor of Arts degree upon you with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Jeffrey William Bonson, magna cum laude. Brett William Baldwin, cum laude. Keelan Bezogan Banks, magna cum laude. Frederick Lee Barber, in absentia. Sky Isaac Baumgardner Sandoval, magna cum laude. Teresa Bionchet, cum laude. Zoe N. Blittersdorf. Catherine Mary Brewster, summa cum laude. William Barrett Brink, in absentia. Andrew Scott Bullard. Reed Lauren Big, magna cum laude, honors in philosophy. Ashley M. Case, in absentia. Elizabeth Courtney, cum laude. Cody Nicholas Crandall. Robert Taylor Dunn, cum laude. Evangeline Donne Earl. Jeffrey Warren Eckert. Andrew Chase Ettinger. And the only student who introduced himself first week freshman year with a business card, Corey Fletcher. Margaret Jane Ganguly Kiefner, magna cum laude. Kasim Zaribe Gray, cum laude. Brooke Riley Halleck, magna cum laude. Nicole Marie Harmon, magna cum laude. Nicholas Malaspina Harold. Samantha Marie Harrington. Max Campbell Hockenberry. Robert Charles Halloway.
We made it!
Martha Shotwell Howe, cum laude. Elizabeth McNeil Hubble. Alan Michelle Jollies Cochino, summa cum laude. Christopher Lawrence Jenkins in absentia. Valerie Marie Kiss. Joshua Clavens, magna cum laude. Alexandra Patrick Krasutsky IV. Jean C. Lon. Daniel Robert Lang, cum laude. Morgan Elizabeth LaRoche. Megan Eltha Lehman. Jameson Adam Lerner, cum laude. Miles Howard Linsmith, cum laude. Salem Atticus Livey. Antoine Francois Lusick, cum laude. Sage Clarissa Mollipard, cum laude. Serafina Marie Malin Bryman, cum laude, college honors. Nicholas William Mazzali. Aaron Shea McAuliffe. Ian Gray McCampbell. Keith Anthony McNeil, cum laude. Tessa Marin Montano, cum laude. Paula Mann's been a faculty member for a while. We thought she should have a degree. No. Maria Courtney Nasavera. Isabella Rose Palmieri, cum laude. Elizabeth Mary Peck. Andrew Brooke Poirier. Rebecca Sue Raymond. Catherine Beth Reddy in absentia. Right there. John Montague Ryder. Shannon Colleen Salisbury, summa cum laude, honors in philosophy in absentia. Colin Sharman, cum laude. Lilia Maher Schulte, magna cum laude. Rosemary Kelly Showbrook in absentia. Evan Barrett Smith, summa cum laude. Owen Daniel Spate. Daniel Wayne Steele. Mariama Sure Silla. Stephen Wayne Theory. Jack Willis Tyndall. James Van Duzen II, cum laude.
I heard it was funny.
Melanie Parker Virgilio, summa cum laude. Madison Haley Wage. Sarah Jessica Wallen, magna cum laude. Eugene T. Weber McCollum in absentia. Katie May Amber White, summa cum laude. Madeline R. Zeke. Ivana Susan Zivkovich, magna cum laude, honors in philosophy.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree rise in their places and remain standing? Dr. Mospugh will present the candidates to the president of the college to receive their degrees.
Mr. President, the faculty and board of trustees of Green Mountain College have authorized you to confer the Bachelor of Science degree upon the candidates who stand before you, and upon others in absentia. I now present them to you.
Well, I don't know.
We've had a lot.
There's, you know, we could be past our quota.
I think so.
All right. Well, anyway, might as well let it go. It's my last one. They might come back next year. Their parents couldn't afford it. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer the Bachelor of Science degree upon you with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
We did mention this was the largest graduating class in the history of the college. Mark Stephen Adamski in absentia. Jasmine Marie Atkins Home. Danielle Emma Beltate. Nathan Berner Tobin. Catherine Lynn Bowd, cum laude. Connor Joseph Braden, cum laude. Madeline N. Brown, magna cum laude. Tony Ann Caggiano in absentia. Jared Coles Carithers. Congratulations. Claire Elizabeth Costin, cum laude. Tori Lynn Cowell. Shannon Elizabeth Curry. Molly Elvin, cum laude. Jude Chisholm Arundu, magna cum laude, college honors. Stephanie L. Folsom, cum laude. Sarah L. Gallant, summa cum laude, in absentia. Andrew John Ganzenberg, magna cum laude. James Christian Gansley, in absentia. Abigail May Gardner, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Hobbs, magna cum laude, college honors. Alexandra Danielle Howard. Charles Paul Hummel, in absentia. Kyle Asher Kolesnikov. Nathaniel Stephen Lehman, magna cum laude. Haley Lynn Loisel. Salima Benmude Mahamadou, cum laude. Megan Mary Mueller. Christian Riker Nielsen. Mariah Rubna Nuzzi, in absentia. Sway Sa U, summa cum laude, college honors. Mariah Jean Palmer. Nicholas Parsons. Lindsay A. Perkerny, summa cum laude. Jacob Wildman Phillips. Megan Elizabeth Roy, magna cum laude, college honors. Benjamin Woodrow Smith. Sharif Christian Tarver. Maybe there was some doubt, I don't know. But Christopher Sean Thompson, cum laude. Sarah Jasmine Tucker. Kyle Miller Waltz. Thomas Robert White, summa cum laude.
So Marcia, would you join me, please? It's the first time she's ever obeyed me.
Yeah, you gotta come home with me.
Right. So it's our distinct pleasure to introduce the new president of Green Mountain College, President-elect Bob Allen. Bob.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, please be seated. I only have a couple of remarks. First, this is going to be a tough graduation to repeat. It's going to be a tough act to follow, Paul. And congratulations to all of you. I also want to say I really like Corey's style. Where's Corey? All right, so Corey, anybody that shows up freshman week with business cards is going a long way. So I congratulate you on your honor, and I congratulate you and look forward to hopefully seeing you come back to campus. Just want to leave you all with a couple of comments, and they're really from the remarks from the podium. First, Dr. Holdren said that the harm will continue for decades. I'll say that again. You know, the harm will continue for decades. And I share with Dr. Holdren the responsibility for giving all of you out there the responsibility of correcting that. So it's a challenge, and I think it's even more than a challenge, it's an imperative. It's an imperative to our planet. So I look forward to all of you doing the hard work that, sadly, my generation didn't do. I also would like to say something about Dr. Fontaine, who also is going to be a tough act to follow. He said something I think very important, and I'll repeat it again. He talked about grit, and you'll be hearing more about grit from me in the future. I think it's a very important thing, and I actually think that at Green Mountain College it should be a motto that we teach grit. And I'm hoping that all of you left with more grit than you came in with. Again, congratulations to all of you. To say it is an honor to be standing here is a gross understatement. I am humbled by what I see out there in the audience, so I thank you all, and congratulations and good luck.
The 179th Green Mountain College commencement exercises for 2016 are officially concluded. Would the audience please remain seated until the academic recessional is completed? Will those in the academic recessional please rise?
Wait. We have a little surprise for you. Well, we've already had an engagement. We've already highlighted a lot of the students. So I thought we might highlight a little of faculty and students. So could they come on up here for a moment? Now you're in for a real special treat. I don't know if they've been practicing enough. One of the midnight breakfasts, Heather Keith said, when you were all trying to sing, you remember that? And she said, actually, this song right here could be our second anthem for the school, and it happens to be a favorite song of Marcia's, so we're kind of dedicating to Marcia and to y'all, as they say in Texas.
This is called building suspense. This is the part we practiced.
The tune-up. It needs to sound right, okay? It has to be right.
They tell me it's going to be worth the wait. I know it is.
by request of the president.
Headed down south to the land of the pines, thumbing my way into North Carolina, staring at the road and I pray to God I see headlights. Made it down the coast in 17 hours, picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers. I'm a-hoping for Raleigh, I can see my baby tonight. Yeah, it's meant for you to sing along. Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, hey, mama, rock me. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, hey, mama, rock me. Walking due south out of Roanoke, a Cotter trucker out of Philly had a nice long toque. Well, he's headed west from the Cumberland Gap, Johnson City, Tennessee, and I gotta get a move on before the sun. I hear my baby calling my name and I know that she's the only one. If I die in Raleigh at least I will die free. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, hey, mama, rock me. Your turn. Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, hey, mama, rock me.
Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, hey, mama, rock me.
Okay, this really is the end. We're
Please
going to
stay seated,
recess.
just rent. They're going to escort us out with a song here, so let's go. Underlay.
Born up in the mountains 22 years ago. Trod these hills and valleys, made it through the rain and snow. I've seen lightning crashing, I have heard the thunder roll. I've endured how long I have endured. Barefoot in the summer, on into the fall. So many mouths to feed, we learn to feed them all. Sent to school on Mondays to learn the golden rules. Have endured, we've endured. How long we have endured. I've worked for the rich and I've lived with the poor. Lived love and sorrow, been to success's door. I've seen many heartache and there'll be many more. We've endured, we've endured. How long we have endured. Born up in the mountains 20 years ago.